Hey podcast listeners, it's Gfire. Today we are featuring Native American singer-songwriter Kalyn Fay. But before we get into it, I wanted to let you know I've put out a fantastic EP called Choosing My Own Colors on hot pink vinyl. The 5-song all-original album is available for purchase on my website, gfiremusic.com. That's GFIREMUSIC.com. Now here's the podcast. There she is. Hey, Kalyn.
How are you?
Good.
So all of our Wi-Fi is out in town right now in a lot of areas. Power is out because of windstorms. So,
oh my goodness.
I'm in my car right now so I could get away and get a little bit of access to something.
Yeah. Do you have enough power in your car to make it for the next 30 to... Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Cool. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
You too.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll start with my usual podcast questions. Where are you from originally?
So I am from Oliver, Oklahoma. I was born in Tahlequah and then grew up in Okemah and Claremore and then moved to Tulsa in my later years. So I'm in Tulsa now.
Okay. And so you're just an Okie all the way through.
I am through and through an Oklahoma gal.
I mean, I haven't played there yet. You'd think I would have by now. It's not that far.
It's a great spot. I always recommend it. We're a really good community here.
Yeah. I'm sure I can make that happen. Anyway, so what drew you into being a singer-songwriter? Did you study music or did you just start writing songs? What was the impetus?
Yeah, I'm one of the only musicians in my family. I didn't grow up around it. I was always interested in the arts growing up. So I have a background in visual art. That's what all my degrees are in printmaking and studio art and curation. But whenever I was growing up, was fascinated with music and taught myself how to play a dulcimer. And that's how I started playing music, and then would pick around on, pianos I would find, specifically around like church spaces. And then when I was, probably middle school, junior high is when I started playing trumpet and played jazz, and then taught myself how to play guitar in my early 20s and started writing songs then.
In your early 20s?
Mm-hmm.
After studying dulcimer and trumpet, not the usual starting places.
No, not at all.
for all the singer-songwriters that I talk to, but that's really cool. That way you can just, I'm feeling trumpety today.
Yeah.
And, the song that Patty sent me is called Honeysuckle. Yeah, so I checked it out today. It's just a gorgeous song. I guess it's on your latest album?
It is, yeah. I have a record coming out on April 3rd called Owisana, means garden in Cherokee.
Oh, okay. You'll have to spell that to me.
Yeah, you can just say garden. But it is, the song Honeysuckle is in direct reference to, I was thinking about baskets and basketry. And so I was taught how to make baskets from Shan Gosshorn, who is this really well-known Eastern Band Cherokee artist. And she passed away a few years ago, but she was one of my mentors. But I got really invested in the process of basketry and this smell of honeysuckle to create this sort of like nostalgic feeling of like being young, being out in the country, the use of basketry and like how we use the vines for the baskets, and then thinking about time and this always how like smells, how processes can embed time within them, and you keep going back and forth and it ebbs and it flows, and sometimes it feels like you're in the present, sometimes it feels like you're in the past, sometimes it feels like you've been transported to a future space. And I just found that kind of fascinating through the ability of like the honeysuckle. So I wrote this song sort of thinking about that.
When you were like a kid?
I mean, I didn't write it when I was a kid, but
No,
yeah,
no, no. You're referencing the song back to when you were a child and
yeah.
learning to weave baskets. Is that
It was more just like the idea of a basket to be like this circular sort of pattern. There's a pattern to it, and it just keeps going around and around. And we use them and have made them for so many centuries. And I just found it like an inspiration point, I would say.
now? Is that a typically Native American kind of skill?
I think a lot of cultures make baskets.
A lot of cultures.
Yeah,
Okay.
but like specifically for Cherokee folks, when we got displaced here after the Trail of Tears, we had to find new relationships with the landscape, with the plants that grow here. And so honeysuckle became one of those things that we used for our basketry.
And did you grow up in a Native American community?
Yeah, so I'm Cherokee in Muskogee Creek. My my Duda, my grandpa, and my grandma, my Elise, were both fully Native and spoke, wrote, taught the languages. My grandpa was also Muskogee. My grandma was fully Cherokee. So he knew both languages and honestly never taught himself how to write anything in English. He was very invested in the culture. So yeah, I grew up around it. I grew up around the language, grew up around my family. My dad's the youngest of 10 kids. So there's lots of Native folks running around. And
right.
where I said I was born is Tahlequah. That's our Cherokee Nation capital.
Okay, Cherokee Nation capital. I mean, I was excited to talk to you because I'm like, I know so little about Native American culture, I'm like, that's sort of a crime. I should know more about that, So all the things you're telling me is just really cool.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I love I think music's this really beautiful language that everyone can speak. And so it's nice to be able to share cultural practices, cultural and understandings embedded in the music with people. So even if you don't know what it fully means, you still get something out of it. And I think that's important to me.
Yeah, for sure. Are all the songs on the album some sort of like garden related? I guess all these are back to your childhood or does it, tell me more.
Yeah. I mean, the impetus of the record is this space of childhood. So I was thinking about there's this Joy Harjo quote, and I don't know if you know who Joy Harjo is, but she was our U.S. Poet Laureate for I think 4 to 6 years. But she's a Muskogee woman and she lives here in Tulsa.
Oh wow!
And she's an incredible poet. She's amazing. I love her work. Always inspired by her. But she did an interview, and in the interview, the gist of the quote is that she said, in your heart, there's a map that's buried in there. Your ancestors buried it inside of you. And the rest of your life, you're trying to find your way back home. And I just thought that was this beautiful sentiment. It's like, you always know your way back. And this is how you point yourself back to something. And for me, the garden was this space for me. My Duda, my grandpa, had this garden that he tilled with his bare hands. He worked very hard on it, and it was always there growing up. And even after he had passed, that garden was there for years, and it just still flourished and grew. And when I think about how I find myself in my like indigeneity and my nativeness, I always think about that space and that garden and understanding my relationship to landscape, my relationship to my family from that space. And so that's where the record kind of was born out of.
Awesome. And then you recorded it in Oklahoma, I guess.
I did, yeah. So I recorded it all with Scott Bell and Kendall Osborne here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So it was all tracked through them. And then it was mixed and mastered by Dan James Goodwin.
This is all in Oklahoma.
So Dan James Goodwin is not from Oklahoma. I want to say he's in Ohio, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
But the rest, everything was tracked here.
And everything was tracked there. And yeah. Great. Yeah, I never think of Tulsa when I think, the music mecca. We're kind of spoiled around here in Austin, so,
Yeah.
But I've heard great things about the actual state. So
yeah, I mean, cool. Tulsa is one of those really magical places that has been able to retain its magic somehow. I think it gets missed by a lot of people just because Oklahoma itself gets missed generally. It's like not the Midwest, it's not the South, it's not the West, you know, like it's that weird magical in between liminal space. And so we're able to do a lot here, and we've built such good community. I think people don't always think about it as a musical city or place, but you got people like Bob Wills, JJ Cale, Leon Russell, all people who came out of this, Reba McEntire, you know, like
a lot of people.
Garth Brooks, like so many people come out of this space from all different genres, and have maintained their lives here. And I think, there's so much talent here. It's kind of crazy. You can go anywhere, any point in the week, and you're going to hear some of like the best musicianship. And it's not cutthroat or anything here. It's like, if someone can't make a gig, it's like, do you want to come play my gig for me?
Wow.
It's just sweet. Like everyone's kind, wants to support each other. We all go to each other's shows. If I hear like, you know, my guitarist has a show next week, I'll be there. Like I'll be up in the front row, you know, watching them play, because we just care very deeply about one another here.
It sounds really nice.
It is really nice.
Yeah, very like a big family. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what I'm going to do now is say for the listeners, let's listen to Honeysuckle.
Honeysuckle on the vine, you're sweet as honey on my mind. Tangled between thoughts and time, like honeysuckle on the vine. Like prairie grasses over hills, I'm moving, but I'm standing still. Sway with wind, bend to its will, like prairie grasses over hills. If you have to let love go, then let it go. What about the love that calls you back when you've been far from home? If you have to let love go, then let it go. But what about the love that calls you back home? Driving through hometown back streets, rolling through my memories. I could place each one with ease, like driving through hometown back streets. Screen door open in the afternoon. Everything changes too soon. Dancing light across the living room when the screen door's open in the screen door open in the afternoon. Everything changes too soon. Dancing light across the living room.
Okay, on listening to it, it really struck me because it was kind of going along at a tempo, and then halfway through, it kind of stopped and started going slower.
Yes.
What was up with that?
Okay, so that was when I was referencing that time change, like when you are feeling like that nostalgia, it sort of like abruptly throws you out of something. And I was like, how do I reflect that musically? And so that was what I wanted to do in the song, is like that moment where you've lost track of time because you're having all these memories pop up and all these, remembrances. And then it just kind of slows down and then you pull yourself back out again.
Wow. So you kind of deep into the bubble and then you come back out of it and then you're back to being, a lady again, not a child.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I was like, why? But that makes much more sense now. Like, because, I listened to it like 3 times and I was like, all right, I have to ask Kalyn about that.
Yeah, I just wanted to reflect that experience that I feel like is relatable to so many people.
Definitely. I'm trying to think. I never wove baskets. That was always like the joke. What are you studying at university? Basket weaving?
Yeah.
But you actually did it and it was actually a good thing. So you're like, well, that shouldn't be a joke. It's an art form. So
it is. It's a beautiful form.
Yeah.
It's like a lost form in a lot of ways too.
Yeah. What did I do as a kid? I don't know. I hung out and listened to music and
I love that though.
Yeah, all the usual things. Well, tell me some of your career highlights, because you did stuff with the Smithsonian and you did stuff with a lot of different groups. That's really impressive. Go ahead and toot your horn.
Ooh, I don't know. I'm kind of bad at tooting my own horn.
Okay.
But I would say career highlights for me, I got to go out to Cherokee, North Carolina a few years ago because we recorded a record fully in the Cherokee language.
Wow. Just you?
No, there was a few of us who did it and participated. People like Ken Pomeroy, Agalasi Mackey, or he goes as Chudge Mackey, amongst others. But it was one of the first records of its time. It's called Anadonaleski. It means performers in Cherokee.
Okay.
And then we got to go perform it out near what's considered our mother mound, which is the Gadua Mound out in Cherokee, North Carolina.
A Dua Mound?
Gadua.
Gadua Mound.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that term. Can you just explain to us kind of?
Yeah, I mean, the mounds are where we're sort of supposed to be born from, and so that's what our mother mound is out in Cherokee, North Carolina. It's like the beginning of all Cherokee people is
in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm. And so I got to go perform this song fully in Cherokee out there, and that was probably one of the major highlights for me, is to be able to return back there. I think some more, I got to play at the Venice Biennale, or the Architectural Biennale, this last year.
And what is that?
So every other year there's the Venice Biennale, like the Arts Biennale, and then there's the Architectural Biennale, and they swap years. And it's in Venice, Italy, and all of the world is presented there, or represented there. And so every nation has their own pavilion and presents work, their best work, or a chosen performer, a chosen institution to present something. So not last year, but the year before, 2024, the very first Native person was selected to represent the U.S. in the Venice Biennale, and his name's Jeffrey Gibson. He's incredible. Visual artist, performer, curator, incredible. I love his work. He's Mississippi band Choctaw and Cherokee. And then this last year was the Architectural Biennale and Crystal Bridges Museum of Art in Arkansas, alongside the University of Arkansas, who were selected in the U.S. to build a pavilion basically for the U.S. there. And they just asked me to come perform for the closing weekend. And it was definitely a career highlight for me, just because it was cool to be asked to represent, the U.S. there.
Absolutely. It's like the Olympics of
Yeah.
of music and art, like you said. That's amazing. Now, Venice, Italy, they just came up with this thing. I mean, I've never heard of this before. It's been going on for years?
Oh, yeah. It's been, I want to say like, possibly, I can't even remember. It might be like 60 years.
60 years.
Yeah, maybe more, but yeah.
First I've heard of it. Again, I'm like just blown away. I'm like, wow, they just called you up and said, hey, they paid for your airfare, I'm sure.
Oh,
right?
They paid for everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Good. Good to hear.
Yeah. I live a lot of lives, and so I'm able to kind of fluctuate between things because I play my music and perform and have been doing that since 2013 or 2014, but I also have 2 master's degrees and I study the arts, and so I'm a curator of Native art during the day.
So you've got a day job doing Native American art stuff? Mm-hmm. Like at a museum or
Yeah, so currently I work at Philbrook Museum of Art in Tulsa, Oklahoma, so I am their curator of Native art with a focus in contemporary art as well.
See, that's the thing, you want to do your day job as art.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I do. I teach piano and stuff. And singing.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Mostly little kids.
They're the most magical. I feel like they're the smartest people. We should be listening to them more often.
It's amazing what they come up with.
Yeah.
Just this point of view, you're like, I never thought of it that way.
Exactly. It's fascinating. I love working with kids. They're cool.
But, okay, so what was the thing with the Smithsonian?
Oh, so at the Smithsonian, a few years ago, I was there for about 2 weeks doing the Folk Life Festival.
And performing as a singer-songwriter.
Yes, I performed as a singer-songwriter there for a couple of weeks. Just focused on Native music, Native art, alongside a few other Cherokee folks that were part of this larger like Ozarks group.
Interesting. Now, how did you hook up with them?
I got connected with them through an advocate in the community who was like, Kalyn should be a part of this and you should ask for her perspective with the Ozarks specifically, because a lot of, as I already said, Cherokee folks were displaced into that area. And so there's a lot of Cherokee folks who sort of influenced Appalachian Ozark culture and songs too. So I, talked to them about that and was able to bring along some other Cherokee people.
Why don't you share with our listeners, because I don't know what Trail of Tears is. I don't know what displaced means as far as it goes with Cherokee. This is, again, all new for me. I'm a city girl from Baltimore, Maryland, and I don't have any experience.
Yeah, I'm happy to, explain it a little bit. But in the, early 19th century, there was federal legislation that was passed that all, Native nations that were in sort of the eastern coast, not all, but many Native nations on the eastern coast would be pushed into what's Indian territory, so in Oklahoma. And so there are different trails of tears. So we say Trail of Tears, that's a term that a lot of people use. It was truthfully many trails of tears.
Wow.
But basically all of these tribal nations were pushed into Oklahoma and forcefully displaced by the U.S. government to exist then in Oklahoma, which at the time was just called Indian Territory.
Okay.
And so all of these tribal nations were pushed together. Some of them were warring tribes. Some of them didn't get along with each other, but they were all given different sects of land within that territory.
In Oklahoma.
Yes. And so we still have reservations that they don't recognize really here as much. But, you push it into the early 1900s, early 20th century, and that's when Sooners became a thing. So when settlers came in and were given the land, even though it already was occupied by Native people and given to Native people, then that's how, settlers came into Oklahoma.
Who were also Native American?
No.
No. Okay.
No, they were just promised land in this space. So this is where land grabs came into play.
Wait, they were promised y'all's land?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah, so that's a lot of that's where, especially in Oklahoma, is where like the term like stolen land, you're occupying stolen land comes from. Is it's literally stolen land.
It's literally stolen.
Hmm.
Now, aren't there Native Americans like north of there?
Yeah, so you still got many tribes up north, like where you are from and where I am exist contemporarily. So you've got a lot of like plains, prairie tribes above us, but many of those tribes are pushed down even.
Wow. And that's still ongoing.
Yeah. We all just sort of exist here now. There's still, like for Cherokee people, we've got Cherokee Nation, United Kituwa Band of Cherokees here in Oklahoma that are federally and state recognized. And then there were Cherokee folks who, sort of stayed and hid themselves and then were able to hold on to their cultural ties there. And that's our Eastern Band of Cherokees.
Which is in, you said North Carolina?
In Cherokee, North Carolina, yeah.
Okay. My stepmom's from North Carolina, but again, all this is big news to me. Yeah, it seems like it should be better.
Yeah, I would agree.
I know you've won some awards and stuff. Just throw a couple of those out.
Yeah, so I won what's called the LIFT grant.
Okay.
And it's through, let's see, Native Arts and Culture Foundation. I have won, I've won a few grants and awards. I'm trying to remember them. LIFT is probably the one that was one of the more impactful. And then First Peoples Award was also one that was impactful, especially for this record because it helped fund it.
That's always my question. How did you fund this record?
Yeah, I'm a big advocate for grant writing. I'm sure a lot of songwriters hate grant writing, but if I don't have to pay for making my art, then I'm going to do everything I can to not have to be in financial debt for artwork that I feel like adds to the economy in so many ways.
Exactly. We should be paid for our work, basically.
Exactly. It should already be. That should just be a part of our everyday. I talk
everyday
to friends.
Society, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I talk to friends overseas. I've spent times and toured a little bit in Denmark. And they have a thing where you play so many shows a month and the government pays you to exist because it's good for them.
For the economy, exactly.
Yes. And you still get paid for your gigs, but you also get paid on top of that, which is helpful.
I want to go to Denmark.
I know, same. I think about this all the time.
Unbelievable. I always ask this. You don't have to answer, but do you have any cautionary tales or stuff you're like, that didn't work out so well, or,
Oh, there's so many. So many in the music industry in general. It's kind of silly.
Right. Just being a woman in the industry,
my gosh. Yeah. It's so hard some days because there are moments. I don't know if you watched the show Parks and Rec at all.
Not really. I would see it on, but I never followed it or anything. But what was in there?
There's, I like referencing this one scene because it was just so funny to me. But there's a scene where this guy named Ron Swanson is walking into a Home Depot or a Lowe's, and he's really well versed in woodworking and building skills. And so he walks in, and an employee says, "Can I help you find anything?" And he just looks at them and says, "I know more than you do." And then just walks off. And I feel like that sometimes, as a woman, I think people just assume I need help with something, or I don't know things, or I don't know anything. And there are moments where I'm like, I know more than you do. Don't talk to me.
You seem like you wouldn't actually say it out loud, but you might be thinking it.
Yeah, no, I won't. That's the other part is finesse and nuance and finding ways to communicate in a way that doesn't hurt a lot of males' delicate egos, but you still got to get your work done,
You got it. Sometimes if it's not right, you just have to say, look, I need this to be different.
Yeah. You're thank you so much. You're doing a great job. I'm so appreciative. Could you please turn up my vocal in the monitor? That would be amazing. Thank you. my guitar sounds like it's playing out of a tin box. Can you fix that for me?
Please.
Please.
Wow. Yeah. What do you do as far as fan base and stuff? How do you attract new fans, or do you just kind of being in the whole Cherokee Nation? Obviously, there's going to be a lot of fans that find you through that, which is great. But it sounds like you've got other fans like in Europe and, outside of just Native American communities.
Yeah. I was talking about this with a friend yesterday, which is crazy, but I am so relationally oriented. I love making new friends. I love meeting new people, but my main thing is reciprocity. And so I'm never wanting anything whenever I meet people, I just want to meet them. That's it. And so a lot of my fan base is just meeting people and becoming friends. And when you're invested in other people, they become invested in you. And then it's word of mouth for a lot of things. I don't run like a lot of social campaigns. I tour when I can tour. I release and record and release music, but I don't go super far out of my way to like promote myself. It's more just, how do I build good relationships with people for like long term? How do I meet communities? What do they need from me? Like, how can I help them in some way? And I think that's the heart of the music I'm making too, is not so much, I mean, you've heard it, but it's not like really like exciting party music, it's very reflective, and I want to give that to people. It's like kind of a form of medicine for me. It's like, how do you sit back and reflect in a society that's forcing us to be productive and produce things at all times at really unsustainable paces? How are we able to sit and reflect on our environment, on each other, and our relationships to all these things? And I think that's what is more important to me, is like answering those questions than, I don't know, building a huge fan base. I'd rather make a big mark with the people that I am close with.
Right. It just feels organic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Oh, thank you.
That's really cool. I'm like, well, it's so nice. It's like you were saying how Tulsa's just friendly. You have a friendly fan base.
Yeah.
You don't have to post on TikTok twice a day or anything.
Oh, definitely no.
I tried a little bit of TikTok. I don't know. I just didn't feel. Do you post on there? Or?
No, I had it for a little while. I think I posted one thing, ended up deleting it, and then I was just a voyeur. And so I was like, I don't need to be a voyeur. I can be a voyeur on like so many other apps. So I just ended up deleting it.
And so I signed up for your Instagram. So do you post on there more often?
I do. So I am a big story poster. But I also, again, it's like, here's my everyday. Here's me being silly. Like nothing.
Are stories the ones that just last for like a day and then they go away? Oh, wow. Okay. You do that?
I do. I'm a story poster, but I post like on my main feed like once a month, just to let people know when shows are.
Right. So that it stays there.
Yeah, exactly.
But like every day you're posting a story?
Yeah, I post a story every day.
Wow. That's really cool. I mean, you just have a really unique vibe.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah, no, it's really fun. I'm trying to think what I leave. Do you have any plugs? The album comes out on April
3rd is when the album comes out through Horton Records.
How did you get a hold of Horton Records?
So Horton Records is a nonprofit label based in Tulsa. I've known Brian Horton is who leads it. I've known him since I first started playing. And I have thought about going through other labels, but he's just great. It's hard to find places anymore or labels anymore who don't have like a really strict touring sort of schedule you need to be on.
Right.
And most want you to give over rights to your masters for so many years, and Horton doesn't do any of that, so I stick with him.
I mean, artistically, it just gives you the license to do what you really feel like doing.
Yeah, exactly. It means like I had songs on what is it, Resident Alien, on The Lowdown, on PBS Masters. And if I had done it through any other label,
No money.
No money, and it would have been so hard. But because Horton's a nonprofit, I was able to quickly get those things on those shows and like move them forward.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you been working with Patty for a long time?
I started working with Patty on the last record.
On the last record. Okay. How many records do you have?
So this is going to be my third one.
Your third record. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah. She sends me all kinds of great ladies.
Yeah. Oh, I love Patty. She's the best. She's so funny and she's fierce.
She is fierce.
Yeah.
She's definitely out there representing for all the ladies I talk to.
She definitely is. It's been really cool to see her too build, like, because I've known her for a while, and see her build her relationship with Samantha Fish. I'm sorry, I probably went away for a second.
You did go away for a second, but Samantha
Fish.
I don't know who that is.
She's a blues singer and musician.
From Tulsa?
No, she's not from Tulsa.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly where she's from, but I remember her mentioning her doing like the blues circuit for a little bit, and they just went to like the Grammys this year.
Wow.
And so she's like, it's cool to see her doing her job well, but it's also cool to see her like really believe in people and believe in women artists and move them forward. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, is there anything I haven't covered here? I'm like, I want to be thorough.
Ooh.
Shout outs or any road stories, you know. It sounds like, how much do you tour actually? Do you go to Europe every year? Or
I don't. I have been in Europe the past couple of years.
With the Venice thing.
Well, like in one-off situations. But I tour where I can make it happen. I do a lot of one-off shows across the U.S. and Canada for like museums, and those are probably my favorite shows because everyone listens very intently.
And they actually listen to your lyrics and what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm kind of picky and choosy about the places I want to go and who I want to go with. So I tour for a few weeks, probably 2 or 3 times a year.
Okay, so a couple weeks here, a couple weeks there.
Yeah.
But you're not doing 100 shows a year or anything like that.
No, I mean, I do a lot of shows here in Tulsa.
Right.
And like regionally, but like full tours, not as often when you have a full-time job.
Right, and it's an artistic one, so it's like you like going to work.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's so important.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, let's see. I guess Instagram might be the best way for people to follow you.
Yeah, Instagram or my website. Both.
Is it just Kalyn Fay on Instagram?
Yes, just at Kalyn Fay.
Mm-hmm.
And then the website's just kalynfay.com.
Awesome. Yeah, Patty hasn't sent me your press release or anything, but I'll pick and choose some things, and maybe she can give me the spelling for the Cherokee way of saying garden. Because
I'm happy. And I'm happy to send over the press packet or whatever to you as well.
Yeah, just send it along or have her send it or whatever. But okay. I was able to follow you down, and she gave me your phone number, and I just really liked Honeysuckle. I just thought that was a really cool song.
Thank you. It's honestly kind of wild because I have released 2 other tracks and they have done well. I had 2 music videos done for them for
nice.
And Wind Song, and both by Native women filmmakers, which was
nice.
Cool. Yeah, and Honeysuckle's the only one I don't have a music video for, but it's been doing the best on like streaming platforms right now, which is cool.
Maybe you'll get another grant to do a video for that.
I know.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I actually just had a friend of mine in New York who is Ho-Chunk, which is a tribe out near Wisconsin or in Wisconsin. But he's Ho-Chunk, and he's an incredible artist and like documentary filmmaker. And he was like, "When are you going to ask me to do a music video for you?" And I was like, "I mean, here, right now." You want to make
right now? Let's do Honeysuckle. Let's get this thing done.
Yeah, I think, and that's like the beauty of, I don't know, building good friendships and relationships.
Right, because then people want to help you.
Yeah, and then it goes back and forth. It's like, how can I support what you're doing because I care about you and I want you to succeed? And like, it just goes back and forth. It's great.
It is great. Well, Kalyn, like I said, great to meet you. Great to at least introduce me to what's going on amongst the Cherokee Nation. Just a pleasure. Well, have a good rest of your evening, and thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate the time. It's been great to meet you.
Yeah, those will probably come out in like 3 months because I usually run about 3-4 months behind. Maybe by then the honeysuckle video will be there.
Yeah, maybe have that all recorded and done.
All right. Lovely to meet you.
You too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Door closes, another